Hello everyone, I am Shagni Gupta, Assistant Professor, Swami Vivekananda Institute of Modern Science, Kolkata. In this presentation, I will be discussing depreciation when provision for depreciation is not maintained and using the written down value method. The written down value method is also known by diminishing balance method. The objective of this presentation is to understand how to solve a problem in depreciation under the written down value or WDV method and without maintaining provision for depreciation account. For this, we will study an illustration. The illustration goes like, on 1st April 2013, a company purchased a machine for Rs 60,000. On 1st October in the same year, the company purchased an additional machine for Rs 18,000 and spent Rs 2,000 on its installation. On 1st October 2015, the machine, which was purchased on 1st April 2013, was sold off for Rs 27,000 as it had become obsolete. On 1st January 2017, a new machine was purchased for Rs 64,000, and on the same date, the machine purchased on 1st October 2015 was sold for Rs 10,000. Depreciation is provided at the rate of 10% per annum on WDV method and on the 31st March every year. We need to show the machinery and depreciation accounts up to 31st March 2017. Now, before the solution, the approach which I will be taking to solve this particular problem. After having read the problem thoroughly, we will first name the machines, calculate the depreciation values and depict the occurrence of the events on a timeline financial year wise. In this problem, it is stated that depreciation is provided on the 31st March of every year, which means that the financial year is 1st of April to the 31st of March. Our starting year is 1st April 2013 to 31st March 2014, and we will depict it on the timeline as F5 2013-14. Similarly, for a financial year starting on the 1st of April 2014 and ending on the 31st March 2015 will be depicted on the timeline as F5 2014-15, and likewise the other financial years as required in the problem. So, this similar depiction method shall be adopted for the other years. The timeline for the first financial year F5 2013-14. We can see from the timeline that on the 1st of April 2013, machine named as M1 purchased for Rs 60,000. On 1st of October 2013, machine M2 was purchased for Rs 18,000 with an installation cost of Rs 2,000. Together, 20,000 rupees becomes the value of machine M2. Then on 31st of March 2014, depreciation at 10% has been provided on the written down value method. So for machine M1, it shall be 10% of Rs 60,000, resulting in Rs 6,000, and for M2, it shall be 10% of Rs 20,000, but for 6 months, because M2 was purchased on 1st of October 2013. So this value of depreciation becomes Rs 1,000, and the closing balance of the machines become M1 Rs 60,000 minus 6,000, Rs 54,000, and M2 Rs 20,000 minus 1,000, Rs 19,000. These closing balances will become the opening balances of the machines M1 and M2 for the financial year 2014-15, which we shall see in the next slide. The journal entries for the transactions which have occurred for the financial year 2013-14. 1st of April 2013, machinery account debit to bank account Rs 60,000. On 1st October 2013, machinery account debit Rs 18,000. The expenses account for installation debit Rs 2,000 to bank account Rs 20,000. On 31st March 2014, depreciation has been provided, for which depreciation account debit to machinery account 7,000. This includes depreciation for both the machines. And finally, on the same date, profit and loss account debit to depreciation account Rs 7,000. Now our timeline for financial year 2014-15. On the 1st of April 2014, we have the opening balances of the machines M1 Rs 54,000 and M2 rupees 19,000. There have been no events related to purchase or sale of any machine during this particular financial year. So we directly go to the 31st of March 2015 where depreciation has been provided at the rate of 10% using WDV method. So M1 10% depreciation shall be charged on rupees 54,000 giving a value of rupees 5400. For M2 it shall be 10% of rupees 19,000 rupees 1900. Now this depreciation as we can see is for one full year. Closing balance of machines M1 rupees 54,000 minus 5400 resulting in rupees 48,600. M2 rupees 19,000 minus 1900 resulting in rupees 17,100, and these closing balances will become our opening balances on 1st of April 2015 for the financial year 2015-16. The journal entries related to the depreciation part is as follows. 31st March 2015 depreciation account debit to machinery account rupees 7,300. Profit and loss account debit to depreciation account rupees 7,300. As we know that depreciation is a non-cash expense and it has to be transferred to the profit and loss account at the end of the financial year, and that is why this particular journal entry profit and loss account debit to depreciation account will always be passed on the end of the financial year. Now financial year 2015-16 as depicted on the timeline. On 1st of April 2015, the opening balances are M1 rupees 48,600, M2 rupees 17,100. On the 1st of October 2015, machine M1 is sold for rupees 27,000. So we need to calculate depreciation chargeable to this machine M1 from the 1st of April 2015 to 30th of September 2015, that is for 6 months. So it is rupees 48,600 into 10% into 6 months depicted as 6 by 12, which gives us rupees 2430. Now book value of M1 results in 48,600 minus 2430, 46,170. And as this machine has been sold for 27,000, we can see there has been a loss on sale of rupees 19,170. And finally, on 31st March 2016, we have the value of M2 depreciated for 10% of rupees 17,100, which is 1710, resulting in a closing balance of rupees 15,390. The journal entries shall be on the 1st of October 2015, depreciation account debit to machinery account rupees 2430. This is for the machine M1 which has been sold. On 1st October 2015, we have bank account debit to machinery account rupees 27,000, which indicates the receipt of money from the sale of the machinery. On 1st October 2015, we have profit and loss account debit rupees 21,600 to machinery account rupees 19,170, which is the loss on sale part, to depreciation account rupees 2430. And finally, on the 31st March 2016, depreciation for the remaining machine, which shall be depreciation account debit to machinery account rupees 1710, and this depreciation will be transferred to profit and loss account on the same date, profit and loss account debit to depreciation account rupees 1710. Now the timeline for financial year 2016-17. On 1st of April 2016, we have opening balance of M2 rupees 15,390. On the 1st of January 2017, a new machine M3 has been purchased for rupees 64,000, and on the same date, machine M2 is sold for rupees 10,000. So, for the sale part, we need to calculate depreciation from 1st of April 2016 to 31st of December 2016, which is for 9 months, because we need to calculate the book value of machine M2 on the day of sale to determine whether it has made profit or loss. So we have depreciation for 9 months, rupees 15,390 into 10% into 9 by 12, is rupees 1154.25 or rupees 1154. Book value of machine M2 becomes 15,390 minus rupees 1154, which is rupees 14,236. So clearly there has been a loss on sale of rupees 4236 as it has been sold for rupees 10,000. On 31st March 2017, we have to charge depreciation for the machine M3 which has been purchased on 1st of January 2017, and this depreciation shall be charged for 3 months. So M3 is equal to 10% of rupees 64,000 for 3 months, which is rupees 1600, resulting in a closing balance of this machine M3 as rupees 64,000 minus 1600, which is rupees 62,400. The journal entries related to the occurrence of the events of this timeline, financial year 2016-17. On 1st of January 2017, depreciation account debit to machinery account rupees 1154. This is for the depreciation which has been charged for 9 months on the machine which has been sold. On the same date, bank account debit to machinery account rupees 10,000, which is the proceeds received from the sale of the machine. Same date, profit and loss account debit 5390 to machinery account 4236, which is the loss of the sale part, to depreciation account 1154. And on the same date, machinery account debit to bank account rupees 64,000, which is the purchase of the new machinery. Depreciation 31st March charged on this new machinery shall be depreciation account to machinery account rupees 1600, and finally transferred to profit and loss account by way of passing the entry profit and loss account debit to depreciation account rupees 1600. Now the machinery account ledger. On the debit side, 1st of April 2013 to bank account purchase 60,000 for the purchase of the machine M1. On 1st of October to bank account purchase rupees 80,000, which is purchase of machine M2, and along with that the erection charges to bank account rupees 2,000. On the credit side, we have 31st March 2014 by depreciation account rupees 7,000 and the by balance CD rupees 73,000, which is brought down on 1st of April 2014 73,000. Again on 31st March 2015 credit side, we have by depreciation account rupees 7300 and by balance CD rupees 65,700, which is brought down on 1st of April 2015 as to balance BT 65,700. On 1st October 2015, we have charged by depreciation account 2430 for the machine which was sold on that date. On 1st of October 2015, we have by bank account 27,000, and on the same date by profit and loss account, which is the loss on sale, rupees 19,170. On 31st March 2016, we have by depreciation account 1710 and by balance CD is 15,390, which is brought down on 1st of April 2016 as to balance BD rupees 15,390. On the debit side, 1st of January 2017, purchase of a machine to bank account rupees 64,000. And finally, on the 1st of January 2017, by depreciation account rupees 1154 for the machine which has been sold, by bank account rupees 10,000 for the proceeds received from the sale of the machine, by profit and loss account, which is the loss on sale, rupees 4236. And on 31st March 2017, we have by depreciation account 1600 and by balance CD rupees 62,400, which is brought down on the 1st of April 2017 as to balance BD rupees 62,400. Finally, the depreciation account ledger. On the debit side, 31st March 2014, we have two machinery account 7,000, and on the credit side, this is transferred to the profit and loss account by profit and loss account 7,000. On 31st March 2015, we have two machinery accounts 7,300 and credit side by profit and loss account 7,300. On 1st of October 2015, debit side to machinery account 2430 for the depreciation charged on the machine which was sold on that day, and 31st March 2016 debit side to machinery account 1710. On the credit side, we have 1st of October 2015 by profit and loss account 2430 being the depreciation transferred to the profit and loss account for the machine which was sold on that day, and 31st March 2016 by profit and loss account 1710. Again, on the debit side, 1st of January 2017, we have to machinery account 1150 for the depreciation charged on the machine sold on that date. On 31st March 2017, we have to machinery account 1600 for the depreciation charged on the machine purchased on that date. On the credit side, we have 1st of January by profit and loss account 1154 for the depreciation transferred to the profit and loss account for the machine sold on that date. And finally, 31st March 2017, we have by profit and loss account 1600 for the depreciation transferred to the profit and loss account for the machine purchased on 1st of January 2017. This brings us to the end of the presentation, where I have shown to you how to solve a problem in depreciation under the written down value or diminishing balance method and when provision for depreciation account is not maintained. I hope that this presentation has helped you in understanding the problem, and I thank all of you.